show.
Very exciting.
Woo!
We're going to hear all about Washington.
Yes!
And your lobby.
Yes! Oh gosh, I don't know even where to begin. I have to get out my notes because it was such an incredible honor and privilege to be invited by the American Stroke Association to You're the Cure lobbying in Washington, D.C. 2017. I can't tell you. I mean, it's just incredible. First of all, the American Stroke Association is just outrageous. They are so incredible in their personality, their culture, their mission, and the honest truth is every single person who I have met that has been involved with the American Stroke Association has been kind, positive, energized.
I felt that way too.
I mean,
I feel that way.
Yes, there's nothing. I mean, it's almost like, and this is the way I feel, like, okay, we're on this train, we're having a good time, we're gonna go, and we're gonna go with love. We're gonna go with love and kindness, but we're going, and we're gonna change the world, and that really is the privilege that it was to be invited by the American Stroke Association. I was honestly honored, so I want to thank everybody. Sharon Bean and Judy started that relationship that I have with the American Stroke Association, and Corinne as well. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. First of all, it was my first trip to Washington, D.C.
I didn't know that.
It was my first trip. And so my friend Michelle, who is, she works at Valley Hospital. We met through Valley Hospital. And she is the manager of the social workers in Valley Hospital. And she wanted to come to support me because she knew how big this was for me. And she is incredible. And we actually have a friend who lives in the Washington, D.C. area.
Oh, that's great.
Yes.
That's great.
And she Michelle met Mary when they went on a pilgrimage to the Lady of Fatima. Okay. And they were both went on it unknowing that they were going to meet, and they met and they were connected. And so we said to Mary, actually last year we went to a retreat in Maryland at the University of Immaculate Heart University in Maryland. So we figured we'd make a trip out of it. So Michelle and I began the journey on Saturday morning, and we went and we started the pilgrimage, my pilgrimage, at Mass at the Immaculate Heart, and we met Mary at the Immaculate Heart. So it was an incredible beginning to the work that
you're going to do.
I was going to do, and we actually had a great time at the Mass. We went and we walked on the grotto. There's a grotto in at the Immaculate Heart, and it's just reverent. That's the only word I can think of. It's reverent. It's beautiful.
It was a blessing just to start out that way.
Yes, it was. And then we went to a winery. So we hung out from church to a winery.
I like that.
Yes. But it was incredible.
Have you ever been to a winery?
I think once or twice in my life with my former husband. Yes, my children's father. We were at wineries, but it was beautiful. We were out in the fields, and they had lavender patches, and it was just beautiful to sit out there. And they had music. It was beautiful. So that's the way we began the journey, and then we went to a Marriott in Maryland, and we hung out there. And then the next day we went to Washington, D.C. And Mary, because she's from the area, she brought us touring the Washington, D.C. I mean, to Lincoln, the Lincoln Memorial.
Been to all those places.
Oh my gosh. It's breathtaking. It's literally breathtaking to be in Washington, D.C., to see the areas and the way that they just keep everything so immaculate and beautiful and just really preserved. I think that's the word I'm looking for.
Preserving history there.
preserving history. It was incredible. And when we stayed, we checked into the Hilton, the Hyatt. I was staying right at the Hyatt. It was from walking distance. The American Stroke Association, they arranged all the hotels, so it was a walking distance from the Capitol.
That's good.
Judy,
because the traffic at times.
Oh my God! But to be there, and you always see the White House on TV. You always see the Capitol on TV.
It's magnificent to see it in person.
It's just
and to tour through the White House.
It's just, but I haven't gotten there yet. So I was just feeling the presence of being in the Capitol, and that's when like the energy really hit me that this is a place where changes can be made. This is a place where impact can be made, and it was breathtaking. It was breathtaking. On that day, I think we just went touring, and then we didn't get back until 11 o'clock at night, and then I had to get up at 6 in the morning because on that Monday, that's when everybody was starting to gather for the American Stroke Association, and they actually had seminars. They had a group. They had like a full on group where they spoke to everybody and thanked everybody for coming, and we should be thanking them. And I met so many volunteers who have suffered strokes, and to come together with people that have experienced what you've experienced, and have such a passion to
make
changes, and it was almost like this energetic force that everybody was there. And what I loved about it was because the American Stroke Association has the culture of doing things through kindness and love and just positive energies, everybody that was there was just so energetic and positive and really
hopeful of the changes that need to be made.
Yes, they were. It was incredible. So they gave a few different lectures. Like you could choose. They had 2 session lectures. One was in 9:30 to 10, and one was from 10:15 to 11:15. And I chose the 2. What I chose was really the inside of Washington, D.C., what it was like, what's really happening there.
Right.
Because, I've never been in Washington, D.C. Yes, I've known a lot of our local senators. I know a lot of our congressmen. I know a lot of assemblymen. I know them on a social level. I never really got involved with politics because I never wanted to be political. Never want to be considered political, especially in the arena we're in, Judy.
Right.
In the foundation, we don't want to be a Republican Democrat. We want to join together with everybody and make changes in a positive way. Right. And I know that that's the way American Stroke Association feels. So I went to this Washington D.C. Insider, and it was very interesting. A woman that worked in the White House was there, and she told us what the inside scoop of what she knew and she could, and how things were changing. And it was really perfect timing that the American Stroke Association had scheduled this for this particular date, because normally they do it in late April into May, and this time they did it in June.
Before it goes into
June. Yeah, but what they were amazed was that now they were really struggling, and really the bill was on the table for the health insurance, and that was prime, like when we were there. I mean, you could see every single.
That's the moment you want to be there.
Yes.
When the bill's on the table.
Right.
Let's go.
And it was on the table. It was on the table. So so I went to that one, and then I went to, what was the other one I went to? They don't have it written down. What was the other one I went to? Oh, how to connect with the legislators and the senators, and although I think I have a good perspective on listening, tapping into how people, what they need to hear at the particular time, I thought it was really a really important seminar for me to be in, to learn, you know, what, if there was any other way that I wasn't aware of to tap into them, because it was really important. I mean, really important to.
You're about to make a big difference.
Yeah, I mean, and I know we're one voice. I'm one voice, and then we have 500 other voices, 499 other voices, and together we're making a stand and making voices. But to be a voice, to have the opportunity to speak your mind and to speak from your heart and soul, and that's what I loved about all these representatives. They weren't speaking from any political standpoint. They were all speaking from, this happened to me. I've experienced this. I know.
And you're doing something about it.
Yeah.
And you're doing something positive about it. And you want them to do something positive in return for everyone.
Yes. But, you know, it's funny, but I'm a businesswoman. I mean, I've been in personal business. I've been in the corporate world. So I know that there are two sides to a story. Then you need to negotiate. You need to sit down, and you need to come to some understanding and some negotiable recommendations. And that's, but at this particular time with the health situation, they're really not doing that right now. They're completely divided on the sides. Yeah, it's so sad. It's so sad. But
I don't think enough attention is brought to the area of stroke and aphasia.
Well, the American Stroke Association, they do the
hard. They're doing
it. They are.
But worldwide, I don't think it's taken that seriously, and it's a devastating illness.
I think it, you know what, I think it has come to light a little bit. I do see it on the TVs now. I do see hear it on the radio about strokes and about the warning signs for strokes. Yes. So I think that with the American Stroke Association and every single organization in the world, I mean, I know that, you know, the American Stroke Association are leaders, and the National Stroke Association are leaders as well. They're the leaders, and all us little foundations are really partnering with them to make it work. You know, and that's one thing that I love about the American Stroke Association, is because they're not in it for themselves. They're not.
They're trying to help everybody.
They want, if you have a vision, if you have some good energy, if you have an idea, if you have a story, they want to hear it. They'll make you shine. That's what works.
And they share your story. If you write to them, they'll share your story on their website.
Yes. And the National Stroke will as well, because I've done the National Stroke Association. So it was really empowering and just so exciting. And actually, in the lesson of how to train and how to talk to legislators and stuff, we had like breakout sessions where people were, like, I actually was representing the legislature and the senators. I was representing them, and the other people in the group had to convince me that that it was.
I've been in sessions like that, not in Washington, but in groups.
Yes. Well, you've always done that, and you promote yourself very well, and you speak very well, because I know you did your homework before.
But a little off the subject, in Rotary, when you go to Leadership Institute, they break into sessions, and you come up with subjects, and you convince the other person that, you know, what you're striving for.
Right. Yeah, well,
and you learn how to paint word pictures so that everybody gets the message.
Right. I gotta take that. Well, I can't take that class.
You have to be a Rotarian, then you can.
You know what?
It's a leadership course. You're a strong leader.
Yeah, but I wanna. I mean,
you can become a Rotarian.
But I wanna learn. I wanna.
And then you can go to a Leadership Institute, and you can graduate from Leadership Institute. I think it's 4 years in a row, 4 sessions.
Okay, but we'll talk about that later on.
Yes.
We'll talk about that later on. Because I really want to start educating myself. Because what I got from this, and I was going to say this later on, but I'll say it now and then I'll repeat myself, is I really, from this experience, and I have so much more to share, but from this experience, I really have decided to get involved. To not only get involved, but to calmly and diplomatically and to really stand strong for the health insurance.
Yes. It's a very important issue.
Yes, because although I know that they are doing the best they can, we have to stand strong on our stories and our missions and our voices to be heard, because it is unacceptable that people are not considered people and not respected as people when they're sick. You know? And the sad thing is that, and I don't want to sound negative about this, but you should never wait to get in that position with a health issue before you decide to do something for somebody. You should never do that. You should always consider people. You should always consider people health and their wellness, you know?
Very important.
Before anything. I mean, it's just incredible. So these are, so we had the sessions, the 2 sessions, and these are the 4 bills that were on the table that the American Stroke Association was lobbying for. They actually wanted 3 voted for, and of course the health bill they didn't want voted for. But the one that they wanted passed was the FAST Act, Furthering Access to Stroke Telemedicine.
Yes.
And that is when, you know, when they have almost a TV, you know, on a monitor, and the doctor could Skype in to
get advice,
to diagnose somebody. Because what happens is in rural areas where they're 3 or 4 hours away, and time is of the essence with a stroke.
Right.
After that 3.5 hour, 4.5 hour window, it's too late to revert back. So this was one of the bills in New Jersey that they wanted passed, and what we understood was Senator Menendez. Yes, Senator Menendez's legislature, who we couldn't meet with Senator Menendez because they were actually working on the Health Care Act.
Okay.
So he was explaining to us that New Jersey has some, what's the word I'm looking for? Some legal aspects that are preventing this from getting passed, although they are working on it to change those legal loopholes and ties, that New Jersey is not rural enough. So that's but they're working on changing that. And then of course if the doctor Skypes in, has to be covered by insurance as well. So there's a lot of different things, and I honestly don't know the specifics. If you would like to have any information, email me and I will get it for you. I'm sure the American Stroke Association, Corinne, will be more than happy to answer those questions. Once again, I have no idea about the specifics. I'm not legal, but I will tell you that Corinne and the American Stroke Association is right on target. They were texting us and emailing us while we were in legislation with the senators and the legislators and the congressmen, and they were keeping us updated on the changes and stuff like that. The second bill that was on the table was a cardio rehab. We are advocating to change current supervision requirements so that more medicine professionals such as physicians, assistants, nurses, practitioners, and clinical nurse specialists can directly supervise cardio rehab programs under Medicare. And that really is just, a rehabilitation, and we believe in that people need to be covered so that they can have the proper rehabilitation for heart issues.
Yes.
Yes. And then the third one is the NHI funding. We are asking for $2 billion increase to NHI research funding, that legislatures prioritize funding for heart and stroke research. Currently, only 4% of NIH dollars goes to heart research and 1% to stroke research. We need to thank legislators for 2 consecutive years of $2 billion increase and advocate now for a third year of increase. And I'm learning about the NHI, but from what I understand, the money goes into the NHI and then it's divvied out for...
That's the National Health Institute?
That's the National Health, I think, I know that it's, I don't really know. I don't remember
okay,
what
that's what it sounds like,
yeah,
but I don't...
But what it is it's actually a location. It's almost like a distributor of funds for health care. That's what I believe it is. That's what I believe it is. I understood it to be. And then the fourth was, of course, the Advocate Health Care Act. 3 main criticals to measure any healthcare bill form. And this just is really my passion. Although they all are my passion, because the American Stroke Association is working so vigorously on bettering operations, and like there's so much that goes on behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Like Corinne, who is Corinne Orlando, I believe her name is.
Yes, that is her name.
Yeah, she is the legislate. She works with she works in New Jersey, in Trenton, and she goes into all these meetings and she talks and she tries to negotiate, and and it's not about arguing or fighting or
getting her point.
You got to get your point. You got to be an advocate for your point and what you believe. But I believe that, and Corinne is very good at this, and all the American Stroke Association that I was there to work with, they listen also. They listen to the other side to make sure that maybe there is a change that needs to be.
Maybe there's something that they didn't think of that you did. Being that you were a stroke survivor.
Right, absolutely. So that was what we were taught on Monday, and then they had a dinner for everybody. Well, actually, was it on Monday or Tuesday? On Monday, they actually had a lunch break, and they had food throughout the day. They had a good, they had lunch, and they had breakfast, and they had yogurts, and and then they had snacks, and it was all health food, and they had oatmeal for breakfast, and then they had a lunch. I actually couldn't eat the lunch because I had another obligation, but I stood and watched. And the gentleman that was let me see if I have his name. Short break. Tuesday. I forgot his name. I'm so sorry. It was a gentleman from what's the program where they lose a lot of weight?
Weight Watchers.
No, the TV program. It was the gentleman that was on that show. If I think of it, I'll let you know. I got too much going on in my brain. So then we went back, and then we went to the after, and we had a formal meeting with everybody in there. It was very educational, and then they had a dinner for everybody. But I didn't join that dinner because I wanted to go experience Washington D.C. a little bit more, and a lot of people did.
Yes.
A lot of people did, and it was so remarkable to be, in Washington D.C. at night with the lights, and Mary brought us to see the Pentagon. We were at the Pentagon at night, and we walked through the memorial from 9/11.
Oh, I know that was very moving.
Very moving, and it's very, very unique in the layout. very unique in the layout.
Long walls.
Yeah, it was beautiful. Very, you know what, I think it was very somber and very, very tranquil. It was absolutely beautiful. She brought us to see the, the Lincoln Memorial, and that was lit up, and she brought us to see the Jefferson Memorial, and that was lit up, and he was sitting in the chair.
I know.
Right?
I have photos of that.
I mean, it's beautiful,
when we were there,
beautiful. Yeah. And then we actually went out to dinner, and I was telling Judy this the other day, that I was on the same block as the President of the United States, which I don't know how you feel about him, but just to be on the block with the President of the United States, just,
doesn't happen every day.
Doesn't happen every day to everybody. Actually, we went to this restaurant that was historical, and when we were going around to get there, there was cement trucks down the road. Like they were all parked there. They were protecting him. And there was police and security and lights, and and you got to go around and all that kind of stuff. So we didn't pay any attention, and we went to the park. And when we were parallel parking, when we were valet parking, the parking attendant told us, the President of the United States was around the corner meeting the President from India.
Wow.
So it's like, oh, that's what was going on, And then when we left, everything broke up, and the trucks were all gone, and so it was pretty awesome to be, in the footsteps, And then actually Mary brought us to see the White House.
Did you tour the White House?
No, we didn't go.
We didn't go in.
Can you go in?
Well, it has to be set up.
Yeah, I don't know if they'll allow you to tour now because of the. I don't know. I don't. Yeah, but it was like just to be standing outside the White House.
It was awesome to tour.
Did you tour it?
Yes. Yes.
I just think it's just,
not recently.
Do all the presidents change the decoration in it?
I think they changed some of it.
Yeah, they can't change all of it.
No, some of it's historic.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. So I got to bed really late that night, and then the next morning was really the exciting morning. To when I actually got up at 5 in the morning, and I sat at my computer and I really processed and I thought, and I really tried to figure out how to impact and how to really get the point across. And I used to worry about like what I was going to say, and
actually it comes naturally when you know your subject, you experienced a stroke, so you know what's important and you know what to say. You don't have to really think.
I know, but I just wanted to, cause and this is one of the things they taught us the day before is like everybody's got a story. Everybody does. Everybody in life has a story. But how are you going to tell your story that you are going to impact them?
Yes.
You're going to
very important to impact them.
And actually, we were going to meet with Cory Booker, and I love Cory Booker, and I'll tell you why I love Cory Booker. And this is why. What was I going to say? This was one of the things that I was going to say to Cory is, and this is coming from my heart. This isn't made up, or this isn't.
I think everything comes from my heart. I don't think you have to really give anything thought.
Yeah, thank you, Judy. But so, what I was going to say to Cory Booker is, I'm really honored that he has stayed in legislation, or stayed as, he was the mayor of Newark, and then he was a senator, and I think he's running again for office. But why I like him, and it doesn't mean I'm a Democrat, it doesn't mean I'm a Republican, it doesn't mean that I know all he stands for. I don't agree with everything he stands for, but what I will tell you is, what I like about Cory Booker is that he has shown me his foundation. He was on an interview with Oprah, and he showed that he really is a people person, and that he really does care about people, and he really does think about them, and he meditates, and he sets his intentions for the day. And there was a few stories that I remember him saying on this there, and I also did my research and I found him on the internet. Was when he was a mayor in Newark, he was out on the field, and he lived in a little apartment.
Oh.
And he went into fires and he saved people. And so he was a hands-on mayor that changed the way people saw the mayor of Newark, you know?
Very important.
I know. So, to me, and once again, this doesn't mean, you know, I just want to keep reiterating that because I don't want people to say, well, she wants a court. You know,
No.
I respect how he processed things. I respect how he operates. And I will keep Cory Booker in my prayers because I pray that he stays true to that, to how he believed, you know, he should be.
Right.
You know, and I hope one day to see him rising up in the political field. You know, I hope that he stays true to that. So we took photos, and if anybody follows me on Facebook, you saw my whole trail because everywhere we went, we were Facebooking.
Yes, we did.
Everybody's like, oh, she's here. Oh, she's here. Oh, you know, like, so, but we went to Cory Booker's office, and I mean, just when we entered in, first of all, I thought, I don't know if you know this, but you think if you're going to the Capitol, that you're going into that big dome building, right? Well, you're not.
You're going into offices?
There's the Capitol,
dome is
the center. That's the center. Then there's there's 3 buildings on each side.
Okay.
And so the left side is the Senate, the right side is the Congress.
Right.
So we had to walk for miles to get into Congress, to Senator Cory's office. But first of all, we had to go through a ton of security,
Sure you did.
a ton of security. But it was, as soon as I started getting closer, and I live on energies, and I work on energies, I felt the power that was in that office. In the offices, in that environment.
Yes, yeah.
I just felt it, and I just once again felt so honored and really privileged and really reflected on.
I remember being there, but it's been a number of years in Congress.
Yeah. I mean, did you go for the Rotary or anything? Or did you
No, I
just go
didn't
on
do
a
it
tour?
through Rotary. I did it on a tour.
Wow, it just blew me away.
I was a bit younger.
Yeah. So we went, I just want to see, because I thought I made, I have their cards here. So we went to Senator Cory Booker's office, and I was prepared to thank him for his Oprah and all that kind of stuff. And it turned out once again that they were actually working on the Affordable Care Act. But we were told prior, and I actually know this, because where I used to work, we had I think he was a congressman, come to our community, and everybody else was fluttering around him. And I said, I'm not gonna be the same as everybody else and flutter around him and get him, because his mind, he has so much going on. Although I will tell you that it just amazes me the how these congressmen and Dominic Cortellessa's one that just, I mean, the stuff that they can absorb and remember and tell you and talk about, and it just blows me away. It blows me away.
Second nature to that.
Second nature. And you think that you're saying things that's not being heard, but it's going in. They're filing it, they're filtering it, and when it's got to come out, they'll let it out. I mean, it just blows me away.
Right.
So we didn't meet with Cory, Senator Cory Booker, because He was. I am going to meet Senator. I'm going to actually go where he's going to be one day. But we met with his legislative correspondent. And why I was saying was because when this congressman came to our community, I actually spoke to his legislative correspondent. And they know, it's almost like a nurse, right? The doctor comes in and gives you, but the nurse knows everything about each patient.
Yeah.
They have to. They have to control.
They have to put it into their computer.
And they have to control what is going on with you.
Right.
So the doctor only knows, and they give, and the nurse gives to the doctor the report before they go in to see it.
That's right.
So that's why I knew that I could connect with this gentleman, and he will definitely pass along my information.
Yes.
So I gave to this gentleman my paperwork, my cause and my
Right.
stroke and about the telemedicine, and I got a response from him later on.
Yes.
I got a letter in the mail. Don't worry, we're fighting for it. And so I knew. I guess that was a setup from God to say, like, it's okay if you don't meet with Senator Booker.
Right. Right.
Because whatever you tell this individual
Definitely.
will get to Senator Cory Booker.
That's their job.
That's their job. That's their job. And I will tell you now, before I get into all these wonderful legislators and what do you call it when you go to something for 6 weeks or something?
Training.
No, not training.
Seminar.
No, kids that are going to try something out. I forget what it's called. But I saw hope for our future in all the legislator correspondence, it just really impressed me. It really impressed me. The knowledge that they had and the respect that they deserved to receive was beyond words.
Right.
They were incredible. So we met with Juan Gomez. He was Cory Booker's, Senator Cory Booker's legislative correspondent. Blow me away with the way that they handle themselves, the way that they're very knowledgeable, the way they took notes, the way they really listened to each story and really they really gave their full attention. How much time
did they give you?
I think we had about 15-20 minutes with each one.
Each one. Good.
And I'm telling you, they blew me away. And we were so honored to have the opportunity. And actually, I think his name was Jim. I'm sorry if I'm not remembering correctly. But one of the American Stroke Association leaders actually designated us a specific topic to touch base on. So we had it organized for when we went in.
That's
and
important.
Of course mine was the healthcare. And I shared with them stories about people who I have visited who are sitting in their homes in wheelchairs because their insurance has run out and they're not able to get health care anymore.
And recovery shouldn't be based on that.
Shouldn't be based on it. So we went to Senator Cory Booker's office and we met Juan Gomez and we met everybody's office. We took photos and once again, unbelievable in the respect and just the power that office carries. Oh my God, it just blows me away. And once again, the way that our stories were conveyed and really receptive and really heard was incredible. Then we had to walk in another building for Senator Menendez, but the buildings are linked.
Yeah.
So we didn't have to
They're
go.
like tunnels through?
No, wait, that's after Senator Menendez.
Okay.
Yes, that blew me away. So we went into Senator Menendez's office. We waited outside, and we met with Stephen Lieberman. He's Senator Menendez legislative correspondent, and once again, Senator Menendez was working on the health care bill, so he couldn't meet with us. But Stephen Lieberman, I gotta tell you, I see him really high up in the political world. He told us so much information about the backside of things, and he is actually the one that told us about the New Jersey not being rural enough.
Yes.
I mean, those are like really details that only someone that has investigated and knew. He knew about everything. So he was really very, very intelligent, very knowledgeable. He listened to our stories, and he really impressed me. They all impressed me. They all. Juan Gomez was wonderful. Stephen Lieberman was wonderful. It was wonderful. So while we were in Senator Menendez's office, waiting to go in by Stephen Lieberman, someone came and asked for a pass. So we're like, so this other woman I was with said, "Oh, can we get one?" And they're like, "Yeah, you can have one." So they said, "Oh, give one to everybody." So actually, it was a pass to visit where the Congress and the legislators all meet.
Wonderful, very good.
To talk about, to make decisions.
Yes.
So I'm like, oh my God, we're going into that place. I cannot believe
Into
it.
the rotunda.
Yes. I'm like,
that's great.
Wait, we didn't get there, but I'm like,
you didn't get there?
No, wait, I'll tell you why. So I'm like, oh my God, we're going in there. I was like, we were all like, oh my God, we're going to be so excited. So we go in there. So we go and speak with Stephen Lieberman. He shares with us, we share with him, and then we leave. And one of his other desks people shared, well, they'll take you down to see the rotunda.
Right.
So we're going. So this is what blew me away. There's underground tunnels.
Yes.
That it's like an underworld.
Yes.
It's not a legal underworld, but it's an underworld.
To get there faster.
To go from the senator's side through the Capitol to the Congress side. And
so that way they don't have to go outside. They
have trams.
Yes.
They had trams, and they have subways under. I'm telling you, they have all that stuff, and it blew me away. I'm like, oh my God, I feel like I'm in Willy Wonka. I'm telling you, I felt like I was in Willy Wonka.
But they have to do this to save time.
Yes.
To get there quickly.
Yes.
So that
so they don't have to go outside and walk down the street, and then everybody talks to them.
That's right.
Yeah. So they just go on this tram, and they go in there, and I'm like, oh my God. So we had to go through a ton of security, because we were going into the Capitol building now. So we get there, and actually it didn't open up yet, and we had to hurry because we had a meeting with Congressman.
So you didn't get into the room.
No, but we had the passes that we can go another time, but I didn't have any time left. But we can always go back. We can always go back.
Can you still use that pass?
Well, I gave it to another gentleman that was going. So we went, and I was with I think his name was Mark, and we went to no, his name was Ray. I'm drawing a blank. Anyway, so we went into Congressman Bill Pascrell's office, and actually, I actually have known Congressman Pascrell because he's from our area, and actually.
Did we write to him at one point?
No, I don't think so.
Wasn't it?
But Congressman Pascrell's grandchildren went to school with my children.
Oh.
So I've seen him, in the area, and actually he used to go to a grill, a location I used to go to. So anyway, he came out, and we were going to be meeting with his Elisa Pena. Pena, is that how you say it? Penna, P-E-N-N-A?
Yes.
Elisa Penna. But Congressman Pascrell came out and took a photo with me, and you know, he shared that his wife had a minor stroke a while ago. We're gonna send thank yous to everybody. You know, we've just been on this roll with everything. We met with Elisa Penna. She was very distinguished, very wonderful, really intelligent, very caring, really listened to us, really sat with us, heard our stories, and she was wonderful. Everybody was wonderful. They were. And then we left to Congressman Pascrell's office, and we had a meeting with Kaylin Kozala? Is that how you say it?
It looks like that.
Kozala.
Yes,
Kaylin Kozala. She was, let's see, Albino Ceres, Congressman Albino Ceres. She was his legislative director, and she was wonderful. She was very intelligent. She listened to us. And I'm telling you, I really see hope in our future with our children.
I sincerely hope so.
Yeah, I do, I really do. And I don't even know what side they're on. I don't even know whether they're Democrats or political.
As long as they're working on these health issues,
Yeah,
that's what
I don't even know what Senator Cory Booker is, Robert Menendez. I don't even know what Congressman Pascrell is. I don't even know what Congressman Ceres is. You know, I don't know, because that really doesn't matter to me. What matters to me is
they get to the heart of the matter and work on these bills and
Yeah.
pass them.
Yeah.
When
yeah.
are we gonna know?
I don't know. So when we left there, we had to go back to the hotel because we had about 2 hours. We were gonna be having a photo taken on the Capitol.
I saw that.
Yes, what a privilege, what an honor, with everybody at the American Stroke Association. And we went back to the Hyatt, and they had a room, like a hangout room, and they had some snacks and drinks and stuff in it, and we hung out. And I honestly couldn't walk back because my herniated disc was acting up. So
you didn't go back when it?
I did. I'm like in the center, like
I was like trying to find you.
I'll show you. But I actually said to, I think his name was Ray. I actually said to Ray, I said, I can't walk back. No, his name was Marcus. I don't want to disrespect him. What a great guy. Anyway, that's one of my residuals, is
From your
my
aphasia.
Not from aphasia, just I'm horrible with names, and I don't remember his name. But I will tell you that he was a wonderful, really man. He was really a wonderful man who respected, you know, and did the right thing all the time, opened my door, and, you know, he was really very kind. And we went back to the Hyatt. We walked all the way back to the Hyatt.
Oh my God.
I know. And my herniated back was like, I can't go back. So I can't walk back. So we went to, I said that to somebody, and somebody said, oh, we're getting an Uber where we have an extra seat in the Uber. So I was blessed, you know, I went with them, and they actually became
from the hotel. You
from
went
the
back
hotel.
to the hotel, and then
I went back to the Capitol. We had the photo taken, and while we were waiting there, somebody said, the president just had a bus come for all the Republicans. I'm like, oh my God, I missed all the Republicans, you know, getting in the bus to go to the White House, you know. So, but what an incredible. It actually took me like 2 or 3 days to
come down
from the excitement. It did. I was just like, everybody kept saying, oh, tell us about it. I'm like, I can't. Like, it was so.
So are they going to alert you, the American Stroke Association, how these bills are doing?
Probably.
Okay.
What I loved about the American Stroke Association, and they really reiterated to every legislator, and, you know, and to all the.
And they're very well respected.
Yes.
Just as well as the national.
Right. What they said to all the you know, the legislators and stuff, like, if you have any questions, you need our help on anything, you know, we just want to be a part of it. We want to make a difference. So you
can contact these people if you have any questions.
Well, what I'm going to do is we are going to create a thank you letter to them, specifically, individually. I want to send one to the legislators directors,
yes.
really telling them how impressed I was and how wonderful they were and how they gave me hope for the future. They really did.
Yes.
I really want to send
not only you, they're giving stroke survivors hope
yes.
for the future.
Yes, yes. But I really want to share with them that, because you know, people always are going to them with their issues and their concerns, but I think it's really important to tell them how proud we are to have them working for us.
And they are working for us.
They are working for us, and that is like incredible. And I want to send a memo. I want to send a letter. So we have to put
we'll
together.
Compose it.
Yeah, we have to compose it. Judy's my
composer.
My composer. So then we went back, and then you know, Mary, Michelle, and I went out to dinner once again to this wonderful restaurant we were loving in Washington, and they were
was
asking.
it the same one or
no? It was a different one. It was a different one, and we went, and they were literally asking me, so tell us about it. I'm like, I can't, like I just can't, like I'm so like high, you know, because
I get that feeling.
I get high on life. I've never done one single ounce of any specific drug in my life because I get high on life, you know, and that just made me high to know that
the accomplishment that you were there and you spoke to these people from your heart.
Yeah.
And they're going to do something about it.
And not only me, but to see the other
representatives,
volunteers and representatives, and the energy that was going around, and the hope that each one of them brought, and their stories.
And these
that
people
they told.
were from all over the United States?
All over the United States. All over the United States.
So you made some really good contact.
Oh my gosh, it was unbelievable. Lisa Decker was even there.
Oh.
I met Lisa.
Oh, good.
I met Lisa.
When are you going to have Lisa?
Lisa, hi Lisa.
Hi Lisa.
We wanted to have Lisa actually
had numerous strokes.
Yeah, but did you know she emceed?
Oh, I'm sure she did.
She
because at the last Go Red for Women she spoke.
Oh my God.
And there were thousands of people there.
She's done
great.
Such an incredible job in really her humble, distinguished.
It's very natural the way she speaks.
Yes.
It's from the heart.
Yes. Yes.
Calm.
Yeah.
And it's
yeah. We spoke on the phone, I think once or twice, and she really has this heartfelt, you know.
She's from Boston.
Yeah, we both spoke about, you know, life not going the way we planned, and just making whatever we can out of the life we have.
Right.
You know, sometimes people, you know, they have big plans for their lives and they don't go that way, but you have to kind of,
put you on another road.
Yeah, because she's doing such wonderful work in her community. She's actually going to help us in some aspect on the telethon. You know, we're going to work together.
There was another lady in Portland, Maine. I can't think of her name right now that I was trying to reach a number of times.
Yeah.
Have it in my address
Yeah.
book. Do you recall?
I don't remember.
Maybe Lisa can help us with that.
Yeah. I mean,
because she knew Lisa. When I spoke to her, she said she knew Lisa.
Our foundation's vision, and this is what we said to everybody, was to get a representative in each state.
Yes.
Right? So I don't know how this is coming to me now. We have to talk to Lisa about how she so that our telethon could touch world. We all got to work together on it.
Yeah.
We all have to work together on it. We can't do things ourselves. You know, it's not about ourselves. That's what I love about the American Stroke Association. They just are, you know, bringing people together to make it work, to better the stroke awareness, you know? And it's just a wonderful...
And both these ladies, Lisa and the lady from Portland, had numerous strokes at I think the woman from Portland had a stroke at 20, and she's had a few.
Wow.
And Lisa had quite a few. And
Wow.
she had, besides the stroke, Lisa had a brain operation that they
Wow.
didn't think she was going to get through, and she did, and she is a walking miracle.
It's unbelievable. Can you believe we've been talking for an hour already?
Doesn't seem like an hour.
I know, it's because I had so much, but finally, like, I had to regroup myself. But before.
Oh my gosh.
But, so there's two on my timeline for today. We covered everything without me even, like, looking at it. But there's two things that I really want to point out. First of all, I said that we have an important message for you. And that important message is, we don't want to tell you how to feel, how to think. We know that everybody is smart enough to make their own decisions in life. But I do think it's really important to find out about the health care bill, to really touch base with your congressional, with your legislation, with your congressman, with your assemblyman, with whoever you can touch base with, to find out the inner scope of what it entails and what will change in your life when you have the health, if this health care bill passes. And
I'm sure it's going to be better.
I don't know. You know, I don't know. All I know is that we as Americans
Deserve the best in health
and
insurance.
we should find out how it's going to affect you, and then that's what you need to make your decision on, because each of us have different lives, you know. Each of us have different financial needs, and we got to make sure that we are all taken care of in life.
Yeah.
And once again, you know, I don't want to tell you how to think or to act or to anything, but I do know that that healthcare bill is really important.
Very important.
That they come together and they work together on some strategic operational plans, and that they better the.
It's very important that they all work together.
Yes, because there's enough arguing in the world. We need to bring people in, you know, and be kind to one another, like Ellen would say all the time. So that was the second thing, was our foundation's prayer for everybody. Our foundation's prayer is that everybody does come together, and that everybody does work together, and that we find a common cause for everybody's health, because without health, you don't have anything.
I was just going to say that.
Without health, you don't have anything. You can have
right.
all the money in the world. You can have all the houses in the world. You can have all the cars and all the toys.
You can't do anything with your life without your health.
You can't do anything with your life without your health. And you need to be compassionate to everybody else when they're not doing well, and do for others as you would want done to yourself. And it really is important. So that's...
And give a positive attitude to anyone you know that is suffering from a stroke or any other disease. Go in and visit them in the hospital and give them positive hope.
Yeah.
Because if they're depressed, they're not going to feel better. They're not going to get better.
Yeah.
Always think positive.
Hope is really...
Hope, love, and music.
Hope, peace, hope, love, and music.
Peace, hope, love,
yes, I
and
have
music.
music to the end of mine. But, so we're so happy you joined us today, and, you know, I finally had the opportunity to get everything out. It was such an incredible, amazing opportunity, and I look forward to next year, and I hope the American Stroke Association will invite me next year as well, because I know you have to really be around that environment. And it doesn't mean that I'm going to wait till next year to get involved.
You're involved.
Yeah. I'm going to stay in contact with the American Stroke Association, ask them what I can do. I know we need to send thank you letters and stay communication and possibly meet with our legislators and congressmen to ask them how we could help. And once again, we are not political at all. We're not, you know, Judy and I have different philosophies outside the organization, but in ReneMarie's Language of Love organization, we are not any political
That's true.
genre or
Gender.
We're no political gender. We are a political gender. Peace, hope, love, and
Peace.
music.
Yes, I love it.
That's our political agenda. And we just want to bring kindness to everybody. We want to bring health to everybody. We want to bring awareness to everybody. And I think it's really important. So,
God bless you all.
God bless you all. We're going to blow our kisses. And thank you so much for joining us today. We're very happy. We look forward to the future. And we have to do a show about what our vision is for the Language of Love Foundation. We are making strides, and we are going to change lives. And our far off vision, which was trying to manifest, is for our legacy is for the rehab centers.
Very important.
So thanks everybody. Have a wonderful day. We're going to blow
you.
our kisses. God bless.
God
Peace,
bless
hope,
you.
and love.